explain you today what we are wearing while we're traveling in winter touring. I'm gonna show you the clothing set that we're wearing while we're skiing and the clothing set that we're wearing in camp. We have been about into temperatures and up to minus 30 degrees with sometimes wind chills up to minus 40 degrees, but we also have had temperatures around zero. So we want to be flexible for all those different temperatures. And well, I'm gonna tell you the base layer up to the last layer. This is the base layer, actually just with a bra and a simple underwear. Then I can put like a long underwear and a merino wool t-shirt. This is like the actual base layer that I wear. But honestly, I just have been wearing this trouser once. So mostly I just go with only my ski pants without this pants over it. And then this is how I'm skiing in warm weathers, because when it's very warm, when there's a very few wind, we warm ourselves up by the activity, and we only need a t-shirt. For the trousers for ladies, just like me, this comes with straps. I don't like the straps, I take them off and I use a belt so that it's easier to go for a quick pee. Then when it's getting colder or when we start the day, I put all my layers on. This is a Polar Tech layer. It's basically a fleece layer that also has a wind protection inside. Then I have my jacket. I have a jacket that has an outside shell. That's a strong shell that can hold up against winds and rain and snow and keeps me dry and warm. And I have an inside layer. That's this one. It has wool inside. And then I take my outer shell. And this is basically all that I'm wearing when I'm in activity. And it's mostly way too warm. Like I said, I think 90% of the time I've been only in t-shirt. So we start the day with this, but slowly we take off every layer. And it's very important to take off a layer quickly, because when it's below zero, you will see that layers that have sweat in it will freeze and it will make you cold, and you will be in danger of hyperthermia. So you better take off your layers quickly. Then for gloves, I've been using one set of leather gloves that are working perfectly in the snow. When it's getting wet, the snow doesn't stick. But also for warmer weathers, I have thinner gloves with also on the inside a leather layer. On my head, for the ladies, I wear only a headband, so I can just keep on wearing my hair like I want it. For Oliver, he uses a whole hat. I have always an emergency jacket inside my bag, although all those layers are already what I need. I have an emergency down jacket inside my backpack. For the socks, I wear 2 layers of socks, and I do that because I want to sweat in one layer and keep my feet warm in the other layer. Both of them are wool, and this is smart wool. So if you buy your shoes, make sure you can fit in with 2 socks. Or do like Oliver wants. His technique is to use neoprene socks, and he does that because in this way he can keep his shoes dry if he sweats. So his sweat will stay inside the neoprene socks, which means that his feet will get wet, but for him that's the choice that he prefers above having wet shoes, because wet shoes means that they will freeze overnight and that you will have to squeeze in your feet in a frozen boot. Then I wear two sets of buffs, one for the bottom and one for the top, or just both on the bottom. I use two so I can play with them a little bit more. So this is the set that I wear when I'm active. Now, when we get to camp, I take off all those layers and I go into my camp clothes. We just arrived in camp. I took all my clothing off. Directly, if I come to camp, I want to be in nice and dry clothes. So this is my base layer. It's a nice and warm thermal layer. Over that I want to put a fleece layer. So I have this fleece shirt, and I've had a lot of fun making my own fleece pants. So those are my homemade fleece pants. It's a pity you don't see Oliver's because they have nice little teddy polar bears. But so I am now in my fleece layer. I have an extra emergency layer for if I'm very cold. I wear an extra wool layer, just like my base layer. Then over that I put my wool layer. So inside here is wool. Actually, to be honest, this is for when you have really cold temperatures. Otherwise, I just stick to the base layer. Oh, and over that the outer shell. And for the outer shell, I use the same ski pants as that I've been using the whole day. So this is my out shell. I just need one, and I wear this all day long during the skiing and in camp. So that's the outside layer for the pants. For my top layer, I'm not done yet, because if it's really cold, I'm very, very, very happy with my down jacket. This is actually what always keeps me warm. Make sure you puff it up. And you want to choose for warm layers with a head so that you stay nicely protected from the wind. Okay, and over that you have the outside jacket. Now, the only mistake, or the only thing I would be doing different next time in my trip, is to buy a little bigger outside jacket so I can wear it over my down jacket. This one is a little too small, and I can only wear it during the day when I have not so thick clothing, but I cannot wear it in the night. So I had to bring an extra jacket this time that could go over this as an outside shell. Now for the foot wearing, what we do, we have down booties. I already have them on. It's just like a little slipper, and with my slipper I go in those big over shoes. It's great because they're high, and with my ski jacket, pants over it, I'm ready to go into the snow, into the deep snow, and prepare my tent site. So that's it. Then for the gloves, I honestly have been keeping on using those. They were enough for me, but I'm pretty good with cold hands. So what you want for camp is actually a 3-layer glove if you have cold hands. So you have an inside layer of wool, then another layer, in this case wool, and then you can go into super-sized gloves which you can wear over those to keep protected from the moisture. So all that together, this is what I wear in camp, and I've not been cold at all, especially when I'm not too lazy to put on all my layers. Sometimes I was a little lazy because you know that you will go quickly into your nice and warm sleeping bag. But for now, I've showed you what you can wear, and we have been up to minus 30 degrees in the night, so we were warm. I hope you will be warm too.